Okay, so what's up, beautiful people? It's been almost a year since I last posted, and I, I don't really know why. To be honest with you, it's been like a hard, tough time for me. Uh, it was and still am in kind of like a dark place when it comes to business, but I would love to send a message directly from this dark place rather than waiting to figure everything out and then come here and like post a video of like, yeah, I was in a tough place, but I managed to pull through. And I want to send this message straight from the darkness, if you will. And yeah, let's talk about it. I have a few questions because you've been asking me for quite a while, where have I been? Why have I not been posting? And I want to reply to that. First of all, it's a massive honor for me, and I'm really flattered that you even remember my existence. Uh, uh, the reason is that in the first time, for the first time in my life, which I thought I was not susceptible to, I've always felt like I was a chill dude. I don't get stressed. Even if I do, I go work out and I'm fine. But I went through this crazy whirlwind of constant traveling without being organized and just changing house every week. I think I changed like 13 houses in 12 weeks recently, and that was the peak. That was the crescendo. Um, and yeah, I was running my business at the same time, cyber leads, I mean. Uh, and that was also stressful lately. In the last year, the business has been going uh, down a lot. Like it went from 40. I used to always fluctuate between 25 and 50K. So around 40 was like my normal good month, which is around half a million per year in revenue, and 80%. Uh, but in the last year, personal. I mean, I've heard this expression, which I really like, by the way. A friend of mine told me this is like, there are no business problems, there are only personal problems. And to an extent, I agree that I was not in a good place to run the business. So it started going down, and that started fucking up with my head too. Um, and also last summer, which is exactly when I stopped posting, I made my first million, right? Which is like an amazing milestone. And I've been chasing that for many, many, many years. And ironically, like poetically, even like I made that first million a week before my 30th birthday. So it was like the best present I could ever ask for. But what I did not realize was that, how can I explain it? That present turned out to be like a letter bomb, like I opened it and boom, I just exploded into nihilism. Like I lost my drive because my goal was, you know, make a million from my own projects before I'm 30, become a millionaire, whatever it may be. Uh, which it was directionally correct. It moved me into very productive ways of acting and thinking. But it turns out that you're still the same person, obviously, right? I'm not even want to go there. I don't want to focus on that. So yeah, I kind of burnt out, and then I also slid into nihilism, and I got caught up running the business every day while the business was dropping for multiple reasons, personal and also industry. Like my industry has changed a lot, and I could not innovate or come up with anything new while traveling and moving house every week. So that's why I have been so quiet, and that has changed now because I decided to take a sabbatical, which for most people that would entail, like go travel. For me, it's the opposite. Like I don't want to travel anymore. I rented an apartment in the Mediterranean, and I just live by the sea. I don't take a bus. I don't take a car, anything. I'm just like nice and quiet, and I just want to regroup and reflect and see what is next. And um, I'm only running like the newsletter part of the business at the moment, which is not making a lot of money, and I have like one or two clients. So my income dropped from 500K a year down to 100K a year. So I have my income has dropped 5x in the last year. Uh, and the goal now is I don't know. I am lost. And this is like another big thing that I wanted to talk about today, because my next question is how to get started finding ideas and building products. I feel so lost. Everyone feels lost, okay? And you will always feel lost, regardless if it's now or if it's after you build a successful business and you plateau, or if it's after you hit your big milestone and you're wondering, okay, why am I not happy again? I'm lost again, maybe from a psychological perspective, but there are always times where you are going to be lost. And this is one of those times for me, for example. And you have to be okay with that, because this is the life you have chosen. We are like, it's the same with athletes. It's the same with fighters. Like it's the highest highs and the lowest lows. And you have to be okay with starting from scratch. That's kind of how I feel at the moment. Like there is a possibility where Cyberlace drops to almost zero, and then I have to start anew again. And finding ideas and building products, well, luck is a real factor, like you need to try many, many times. And maybe this would be like a perfect opportunity for me as well to prove to you that it has to do with luck, because I have always spoken about that luck is a real factor. If you're working, and I'm experiencing it now again, if you're working on something that does not have product market fit, it will feel like a drag, it will feel like you're fighting against nature. But if you work on something that is the right idea at the right time for you, with the distribution channels that you have, yada, 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 it will feel effortless. It will just it will just go by itself. And I also, like, talking about luck, I am prepared to fail 20 times again. I am prepared to build like 20 products again, if need be, in order to find another Cyberlace that changes my life. So I want to prove here, maybe I am wrong, but we will see. I think that I'm going to prove it, that I don't have Midas touch. Not everything I touch turns to gold, obviously. And just because I have an audience or like past track record does not mean that it's going to be easier now. Luck is a real factor, no matter where you are, like in your trajectory. So embrace that and launch many ideas. What is next for you is the next question, and I'll keep this very, very short, because I just want to get back into the habit of posting again. What is next for me is, well, I have started realizing that it's funny. It's just you just go full circle in general. That I just want to get back to a place where I don't just love because I love Cyberlace, right? Like I even have it tattooed on my arm. Like it changed my life forever, and I will always love it. But I am not in love with it anymore because of the high stress of running performance marketing campaigns for clients. And I always feel really heavy, the weight of responsibility, and I try absolutely every client to make their money back, and they might be stressing, and all that stress, I also carry it. And of course you can go, like you can go train martial arts, you can go to the gym, and you can try and take that stress out, but that accumulated big time in me, and it did not leave any room for creativity anymore. I want to write. I want to write again. I want to, record videos. As stupid as that sounds, like this, I enjoy this because I get to meet so many people. through this. And every single time I pick like someone from the comments and I have a conversation. I've had with quite a few. So drop a comment and also DM me on Twitter, and maybe we can chat. Um, and yeah, I forgot even what I was saying. What is next for me? Yes, I just want to get back to a place where that excitement I used to have, where I used to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning because I could not wait to open my laptop. I'm skipping to my laptop. I'm not dragging my feet, or waking up in the middle of the night. I'm sure all of you can relate to this, by the way, right? Because by proxy, I would assume that we are similar. You're building a new project. You cannot wait for the next morning. Or in the middle of the night, you have an idea and you write it down on your laptop or on your phone so you don't forget something new to build. And I've only been here for like 1 month in this base, no traveling, no nothing, no like very low stimulant environment, because I was so stimulated, from New York, London, Bangkok, these airports, this and that. It sounds almost like completely out of touch, but for real, it was overstimulating, and my work was so boring. Like imagine meeting new people every day, new cultures, new languages, new women, whatever your vice may be, and this is happening constantly, right? New chapter every 2 weeks, new country, and then you have to sit down and come up with a new offer for Cyberlease. Like it's not going to happen. You don't like it's not interesting. Work becomes boring, but in a controlled boring. It sounds like a bad word, but boring, simple, pleasant, happy environment, I have instantly become so creative. So that is what's new for me. I'm not doing any client work anymore. Even if I take like a massive pay cut, I'm okay, because I could actually not work for many years, but that's not what I truly want to do. I just want to maybe move into consulting. I have some new ideas. We'll see how those go. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm starting from scratch. So that is what I am doing. And if you want to follow along, and I will prove to you that luck is a real thing. And just because I have had success in the past does not mean that I will have success again. And if you want to see me iterate through these products, like follow along. It might be interesting. Um, yeah, that's it. That's it. So I'm planning to be posting more. So yeah, peace.